What's going on, guys? So in this video I have finally, it's been 3 years, I finally upgraded. We have the S22 Ultra from Samsung in this box that I have not opened yet, and we have my now, I guess, ancient in many ways, Galaxy Note 10 Plus 5G that I was never able to get on 5G. So I don't understand why it's considered a 5G model. This phone has been good to me. This is what I used to run my fragrance channel on. This was it long before I had my camcorder many moons ago. This was it, and do a lot of things from this. I have operated so much from this smartphone. This has probably been the most used phone I've ever had, regardless of being an old style like my original Nextel i90C, or, which shout out to old Nextels, or all the way up to this, my old iPhone 7 Plus, and so on, the different Galaxies I've had over the years. But I want to show you guys a few of the reasons on why I'm upgrading. So you'll be able to see the camera is picking it up. You can see that Redcon 1 tier operator logo. You can see at the bottom of the screen there's DuckDuckGo browser, just different buttons. There's a lot of burn-in. You can see that line going straight across the screen, which you can see in many things. Here you can see it right here in the background. So the screen burn-in has been a bit of an issue. The battery life on my S Pen, which is a godsend when you do your thumbnails on your phone like I do, because a lot of people ask me. I use PixArt. I use the pro version of PixArt I pay monthly for, and I do everything from my phone for my thumbnails for both of my channels, both this vlog channel as well as my fragrance review channel. And the battery will die pretty quickly. It maybe lasts 20 minutes or so. So if I'm kind of in the middle of doing things, because I do edit videos from time to time off of here as well. So it's nice to have the S Pen. So I definitely wanted to stick with something that had an S Pen, hence the reason I went this route. But the main reason for the upgrade at the moment is, for some reason, for as heavily populated of a town as Colorado Springs is and all the different towers, I have Verizon, and it has become, in the last several weeks, the most spotty and ridiculous reception situation I've ever experienced. And I'm not just talking about data. I'm talking about cell phone reception, to where I'll lose calls, I'll drop calls all over the place. I can't send a text. It's just gotten so frustrating that I finally said, here we go. So we're getting rid of this, and it's time to get to the good part. Let's unbox the new phone. Here we have it, upside down. The S22 Ultra. I believe it's roughly the same size screen. I went with the green color. It's kind of an army green, olive green type of tone. Even though it's irrelevant because I'll have a case on it, I just figured, worst case scenario, that's a cool looking green. I'll roll with that. And one of the noticeable upgrades for this from the previous phone for me is my previous phone, the Note 10 Plus, was a 256 gigabyte phone. This is a 512 gigabyte phone. So let's take the Note 10 Plus out of its case and compare the size, because this seems to be a longer phone overall. Here we have the Note 10 Plus 5G, and this is the S22 Ultra. If I put them side by side, the S22 Ultra, it's just a smidge longer. I mean, ever so slightly. One of the biggest differences, as you can tell from the camera lenses in the back, just how much larger they are. Higher megapixel. I'll have all the details for the breakdown of the S22 Ultra down in the description, or hell, I'll have it pop up on screen for you guys with the multiple lenses. Don't get me wrong, the camera was great for this, pro mode, everything. It was wonderful. Like I said, I ran a YouTube channel off of this Note 10 Plus for quite a while, and this is going to be quite the nice upgrade. But here we go. ASMR, you got to peel the plastic, right? And believe it or not, I'm the type that likes to peel the plastic on the screen as well. I don't use it as a screen protector. And this is one of the biggest selling points for me, is still having an S Pen. Though I have to admit, this matte black finish, and it is rubberized, is much nicer than the glossy feel of the white S Pen that is with my Note 10 Plus. So that's noticeably different. So let's go ahead and start this bad boy up. do it together, shall we? And here we go, Samsung Galaxy, powered by Android. Let's see how long it takes to start up. I'll just hold it right here. No time lapse, no countdowns. Let's see how the initial startup, how long it takes for the phone to start up. Same startup graphics as on my Note 10 Plus here with Verizon. I have not put the SIM card in yet, so it's probably going to ask for that pretty quickly. Initialization process. It's moving at a decent pace. It's a little bit faster. Processor speed and RAM, everything overall, graphics processor, everything's upgraded from the Note 10 Plus, so it should be a faster phone. It should move a bit snappier. Let's see how long this takes. I'm quite curious. It's taking a little bit longer than I anticipated, to be completely honest with you. That's quite funny. I just got a text on my other phone from Verizon. For the security of your account, Verizon will never contact you for this code. And they gave me an authorization code that I guess I'm going to need for this phone. So give me just a moment. I'll go through this process and we'll take a look around the phone. While that's initiating, we'll go ahead and take a look at some of the goodies that come with it. This is a godsend. This is the little tool to pop out your SIM card. So you have to have that. It's initializing right now. I didn't realize it was going to have a new SIM card. I was going to change them out. And apparently there was no need for that. And something I do find interesting is they give you a Type-C, because I mean that's the way to charge, but there's no power brick for this. Do they really make you buy a power brick separately? Interesting. I mean, I have two chargers already, don't get me wrong, but with my trade-in, I have to give them the original, but it's kind of disappointing because I'll tell you what, there's no room in this thin little package for a power brick. Then, of course, it has your quick start guide, important consumer safety information. It's all diagram. Nothing that I need per se at the moment. So we'll put that to the side. But yeah, it does not come with a power brick. This is the box, and there is nothing else in here. The only other things that came is the bubble mailer for me to send my other phone in for trade-in. So that's quite disappointing. It doesn't have a power brick. So start the initialization process. Like I said, we'll go through this real quick, and then we'll take a look around the phone. And here we go. Deactivating old phone. I have to say the numbers are a little bit larger. It is a little bit more snappy. The screen's a bit more responsive because the old phone, I mean, this is 3 years of abuse, I guess you could say, and use and wear and tear, and this is brand new, so it's nice and snappy. So something that's quite interesting that didn't happen last time I upgraded, I was able to use the Type-C to transfer the data from one to the other, and I mean literally everything. Contacts, text. It's interesting. I'm quite surprised at how convenient this is. I mean, you can do it wirelessly, but why not? If I could tether them together and do a hardwired transfer. Here we are. This is much more convenient than what I had to do last time. Last time involved a little dongle adapter that plugged into the bottom with a flash drive and stuff like that to go back and forth. It was kind of a pain. Granted, a lot's changed in 3 years, obviously. This is much more convenient, and ease of use is a lot better. Wow, that took a long time. I don't even want to tell you how much time has passed, but I have everything transferred. It's all on here now. So what we're going to cut to next is I'm actually going to do some front camera footage from each of them for comparison's sake using the onboard audio just to see how much of a difference there actually is. All right, so this is the onboard audio and visuals at the highest setting, 4K, 60 FPS, front-facing camera on the S22 Ultra. This is the clarity and onboard audio 4K 60 FPS on the Galaxy Note 10 Plus 5G. So this is the rear camera. I didn't go to 8K 24 FPS because that's just not fair to the other phone, because it does not have the capabilities that this one does. So we're comparing onboard audio 4K 60 FPS. And then here we go. This is 4K 60 FPS on the Galaxy Note 10 Plus 5G. Again, can't do 8K 24 FPS on this phone, so I didn't even bother for comparison's sake. So obviously the rear-facing camera offers a lot more flexibility and upgraded quality features on the S22 Ultra. So I had it wrong. There's some assembly required. It's actually 3 pieces to make this happen. Base piece. This goes over the top. It wasn't as simple as just snapping it in like I was hoping it would be. I mean, this part's just snapping. And then we have to combine the two. I have to say, that was much smoother taking it apart and putting it on the right way. I thought it was going to be as simple as flexing and snapping it in, so now I just made a very large phone that much bigger. So thank you for hanging out with me to do this unboxing. Jumped around through the setup, just checking out some of the cameras. Obviously, trial and error over time. Not too much is different as far as function, so it is a seamless transition for the most part, going from the Note 10 Plus 5G over to an actual 5G. I do have a 5G signal according to the phone on the S22 Ultra. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe before you leave this video. Updates coming in the future. Probably going to be some content recorded on this phone as well. Y'all have a good one, guys.